All right, good morning. Today is Monday, March 15th. The markets are open and they have opened up kind of mixed, pretty much flat here as we get started for the week. And for years, I have pre-recorded this short update every single Monday. I thought it'd be nice to invite all of you to join me live as I do so. So for those of you on here with me live, thank you for joining me the next 5 minutes or so. This is my second time doing this. So again, thank you for your patience as I get used to all the different moving parts and all the different buttons. If you're watching in the replay later and would like to join me live on Mondays when I do this, head on over to Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. Connect with me there so that you get notified when I decide to go live here on these Monday mornings. So there should be links down below for you. Also, if you don't see them, you can go to our website, investwithccg.com/WeView, W-E-V-U, Weekly Economic Video Update. You'll see right here, right above all the previous recordings, I put some buttons for you. So you've got a Facebook button, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube. And then be sure right below that to put in your name and email, and I'll send you a copy of the economic update along with everything else that I talk about on these Monday live updates. My goal here is to help you make your next financial decision and the one after that a good one. You see, the secret to prosperity is not any one thing. It's not winning the lottery. It's not coming up with the next great idea or, again, any one thing. Sure, those things can happen, but the real secret to prosperity is in the next decision you make and then the one after that. So that's my goal, to help you make your next financial decision and the one after that a good one. You see, the better informed that we are about what is actually happening in the markets, in the economy, out there in the world, the better able we are to do just that. So to get started, I'll give a short recap of what is happening in the markets. But before I do that, in case you missed it, today is March 15th, which means we have 1 month to get our taxes filed. The tax filing deadline is 1 month away. So a couple of weeks ago, we posted on our Facebook page our annual tax guide. The tax guide that we posted is designed to help you prepare for tax season, from the major changes for this year for 2020 to be aware of, to tax brackets, standard deductions, key dates, changes to itemized deductions, items to remember, how long you should keep certain documents, and more. And again, you can get a copy of this by going to our Facebook page and clicking on the tax guide link right there. If you're not on Facebook, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to send you a copy as well. Also, we just posted our next economic outlook for Tuesday, March 30th. It'll be at 10 a.m. This is an opportunity for you to hear from both myself as well as our Chief Investment Officer, Tom Fox, as we discuss the positives in the economy, potential headwinds, as well as our outlook for 2021 and beyond. So if you have questions about what's going on in the markets or in the economy, this would be a great call for you to be on. If you go to our website, you can go to investwithccg.com/events. You'll see it up there at the top right there. Just click on that and you can RSVP in there, and that will have you join the Zoom call. So again, you can send questions ahead of time by email, or if you'd like, you can be on the Zoom call, and then we'll have the chat box open. You can ask your questions in there as well. Okay, so with that, I am going to roll the intro, and then we will dive into this week's economic update.
Life is too short to worry about what the next headline could do to your life savings. Hi, my name is Eric Hagan, and I keep my thumb on the pulse of the economy and the markets so my clients can focus on the things that are actually important to them. Thank you for joining me the next few minutes on today's weekly economic video update.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at what is going on in the markets. Here I have this week's economic update. If you'd like to receive a copy of this by email every Monday, you can subscribe to that email list at investwithccg.com/subscribe, or like you see down there at the bottom of the screen, /WEVU, Weekly Economic Video Update. And just put in your name and email, and I'll send you a copy of the script. In this update, we also have our financial tip of the week. I actually had a client in a meeting last week bring this tip up on their own, which was good to hear. So I'm going to share it with you because it is a very good one. And it says, while scholarships are offered to students, no one offers a scholarship for retirement. So consider putting your own retirement before any college planning that you're doing. But along with the tip, we've also got economic data that we're watching, companies reporting earnings this week, our quote of the week, and then a little bit of fun. We've got the weekly riddle as well. All right, so in this week's recap, what you will find is that the White House signs the COVID-19 fiscal relief bill into law, and the economy reacted positively. All right, stocks touched new record highs last week as bond yields steadied. A fiscal relief bill was signed into law, and confidence in a strong economic recovery grew. The Dow Jones Industrials Average gained 4.07% for the week, while the Standard & Poor's 500 tacked on 2.64%. The NASDAQ Composite Index rose 3.09%, and the MSCI EAFE Index, which tracks developed overseas stock markets, gained 3.01%. All right, so stocks marched higher last week as bond yields leveled off and the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill moved through the legislative process. A muted inflation number and a better than expected jobless claims report, evidence an improving economy absent an attendant rise in inflation. The technology sector was particularly volatile, with the NASDAQ Composite falling into correction territory to start the week as investors rotated into cyclical opportunities. Technology rebounded strongly as bond yields stabilized and bargain hunters purchased tech names at reduced prices. The bounce back propelled the S&P 500 to a record high, while the reopening trade drove the Dow Jones Industrials Average above 32,000 for the first time. The week ended on a mixed note, with the Dow and S&P 500 adding to their record closes and the NASDAQ Composite trimming its weekly gain. And then next, a little bit on Treasury Auctions. So Treasury auctions to finance federal spending are usually state affairs, but investor trepidation was high ahead of last week's auctions of 10-year and 30-year treasuries. Investors were concerned that lukewarm demand amid a huge supply had the potential to drive yields higher and take the pressure on stock prices lower. As it turned out, Wednesday's auction of 10-year notes was received with adequate demand, helped by a tame February inflation number and strong overseas interests. The following day's 30-year auction also went relatively smoothly, though the auction yield was 36.2 basis points higher than last month's auction. Despite $120 billion of federal debt issuance last week, yields steadied, easing investors' interest rate concerns for the moment. All right, and I got one interesting fact here for you. My screen sharing back on. Where did that go? Okay. All right, so according to a report in the Wall Street Journal on February 23rd, consumers said that they do about 59% of their shopping online, and they expect to do 56% online after the pandemic ends. Click that box there for you guys. Before the virus hit, consumers did about 39% of their shopping online. So I'm curious, have you been doing more shopping online? Do you think that you'll continue to do more when the pandemic is over? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'd love to know if you think you'll be doing more shopping than you did before the virus hit, and if you'll do as much as you've been doing while we've been kind of on lockdown. And then lastly, we'd love to have you send us your pictures. We love seeing what all of you are up to while we are busy working here at the office. So if you would be so kind, if you take a special trip or you have a special event with kids or grandkids, we'd love to get those pictures. We'll display them here at the office just for us here. You can email them to me, or you can post them on our different social media pages. Use the hashtag CCGPics. That's CCGPICS, if you'd be so kind. Again, we'd love to see your pictures while we're here at the office working hard for you. So with that, I'm going to sign off. There's a lot more in this week's full update. So again, if you'd like the full report, head on over to our website, subscribe, and I'll look for you next week.
Hey, this is Eric again. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Here at Capital Consulting Group, we provide personal wealth planning and fiduciary investment management solutions for individuals, couples, and families. To learn how to see your entire financial situation, both today as well as every year into the future, go to clearfinancialfuture.com and watch the short 2-minute video. To learn how we give our clients' life savings the attention it deserves and to see how we're doing, visit smartmixportfolios.com. And lastly, if you'd like help investing your 401k at work, visit me over at 401kinvestmentpros.com. Thank you again for your time today. I'll look for you next week.